Okay, welcome back. This is the next in our series of trainings on how to use Connect Your Events. Today we're going to talk about user management and basically assigning users to be event coordinators on the site, and then also assigning users to be full admins. Basically, the difference between the two is a full admin can manage any event on the system, whereas event coordinators are limited administrators can only manage the events they're assigned to over on the Adobe Connect server. So first of all, we're going to take a look at what happens over on the Adobe Connect server. Now in Adobe Connect, you go to administration and we have to get signed in. Once we're signed in, we go to administration, we go to users and groups. There is a group called event managers. So anybody who is assigned to this group has a folder over under the event management tab. So if I click on information and we click view group members, we're going to see several event managers in here. Now I've got one in particular, this version of Matt Lee that has the mattrlee@me.com email address. This is the person that we're going to control, or the person we're going to grant access to over in Connect Your Events. So if I click on Event Management and I go to User Events and I scroll down here, here's the mattrlee@me.com folder, we'll see that there's a couple of events in here. One is past, it happened back in December. The other one is upcoming on February 20th. Just kind of take a mental note of that information because that'll come into play here in a few minutes. So I'm going to jump back over to Connect Your Events, and I'm logged in as an administrator, so I'm going to go to Account Setup. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to pretend that Matt Lee's new to our organization. We've made him an event coordinator over on Connect, and now we need to grant him access to the system over here. Now, one thing I want to point out is, as a full admin of the system, when I click on event assignments, I don't just see all my events. I see everything coming off the server. So if I scroll down, here's that just a test event, which was sitting in the other Matt Lee's event management folder. So as a full admin, I see everything. But what we're going to show you is we're going to promote the other Matt Lee. Oops, I'm going to go to administrators. And we're going to look for Matt Lee and we're going to give him administrator rights. So there's a couple filters here. We can, right now it's showing who the existing admins on the system are. We could filter by non-admins. We could show all people. I'm going to go ahead and filter by only Connect event managers. And when I look over here, I need to deselect admins so that it's not showing admins. I want to show non-admins and show only Connect event managers. There we go. So there's our filter. So here's Matt Lee with the mattrlee@me.com email address. We're going to select him and we're going to enable selected. Now let's go ahead and log out. And I'm going to log back in as the other Matt Lee. So once we get logged in and we click go, or we mouse over signed in as Matt, and if we go to Account Setup, we're going to notice that we can click on a lot of the same stuff that a primary admin can do, but we don't see hardly anything in the Account Setup area, like all the PayPal settings, the Salesforce settings, Connect settings, the theme editor. We've got a very limited view of that area. If I click on Event Assignments, since I'm a limited admin, I only see the events that are coming from my folder over inside of Adobe Connect. So if I click over to Adobe Connect, here's the just a test event, and it's in my folder. If I come back over here once again, I can see it's only accessible to me. So this is a way for kind of super users on the system to control what the different event managers within the system have access to. So if you don't want people messing with other people's events, this is the way that you limit that action. And that same kind of permission level is mirrored over in Adobe. So people aren't allowed to go into other people's event folders without permission, and that permission is established at the folder level on the Connect server. So this is just a way to kind of mirror that process within our system. Now, one more use, or one more way of managing users, is from time to time you're going to have folks that forget their passwords. They might contact you as an administrator. And we've just added in a new feature under users where you can come and do a password reset. So again, not a whole lot here, just a password reset, but eventually we'll be adding additional profile information that you can edit in this space. So be sure to check back at a later time for future trainings. And that concludes today's overview of how to promote people to a limited administrator and how to reset passwords. Hope this training was helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.